Formally, we announced the university on 25th April 2018 press conference. I was the Vice-Chancellor, founder. In fact, all the university professionals of mine, they were not there. Who were there? These people sitting here, they were there. And actually, it was their hard work which went behind the scene to get the university started. They had to face a lot of committee members, committee visits. That's how the university started. So I would like to thank all of them for making sure that the university got the permission to go ahead. After that, the early stage, they were the mentoring all the programs. Now, of course, we have learned to walk as a baby. We were born on this particular date, learned to walk. As we were learning to walk, we were hit by COVID pandemic. So just as we were trying to walk, there was a storm trying to push us away. But fortunately, we have come out strongly after all of this. That is the journey that I wanted to share with you. Let me just check what is the problem in the project. As Dr. Madhura Jagtap was saying that last year, 2 years ago, so 4 years of journey, it's like a startup company, but first 1,000 days are very critical. You can survive through that, probably you will move ahead, otherwise you will. So, DYPIU had to face a lot of challenges during this period in form of pandemic and many other challenges. But fortunately, today I'm happy to announce to you that we are alive and kicking. That's the story that I wanted to share with you. As Dr. Madhura was saying that we had planned this event, second Foundation Day on March 14, 2020. March 13th, late night, we got a message from the state government to shut down all the educational institutes. We were not sure whether we should go ahead with the function and then shut it down or shut it down as it is. Everything was set up, everything was ready like what you're seeing today. But we decided that safety was of paramount importance. We said that we'll stop the program. We did a small informal gathering of faculty versus staff to celebrate the occasion. But then suddenly, towards, as all of us remember, towards third week of March, we had complete lockdown. We initially thought it would be 10 days, 15 days, we'll come back. But it has prolonged till 2 years almost. Today, we are a little bit feeling easy. I don't see masks on faces of people because we are feeling comfortable. We have seen 3 waves. And third wave, fortunately, though very large in numbers, was much, much less damaging. So, I'm not going to read all of this, but just one point I wanted to make that I would like to thank all fraternity across the country, starting from village level, which responded to this pandemic and did innovation at the best way they could. And sometimes people have hung cameras from the ceiling, sometimes done this, sometimes did this. But they try to maintain the teaching system across the country in spite of all the difficulties. I'm not going to that. But I remember the first wave when it was there was hopelessness all over. Just now Saraswati Munna, I was hearing, Tamso Ma Jyotirgam. From darkness we go to light. So today I'm going to tell you that story of how from the darkness we emerged stronger, and now we are seeing strong light. Towards the end of May 2020, we started admissions and everything online. We didn't expect anybody would venture to come physically to the campus due to COVID. But you started to hear news about some parents, students coming for campus from security people. We hurriedly got together and we said that we'll start coming to campus. Our new building was under construction at that time. We covered part of that, about 20% of space we created. We created a counseling center, so on, and all of us started to come regularly to the campus, irrespective of our own health problems, family problems. We continued, and we have continued to do that throughout all the waves that we have faced. University has never been shut down unless government asked it to be shut down. Through that period, we started admissions, We were very worried. I remember chairman coming first time towards end of May or June 2020. He was very worried that there will be no admissions this time. But fortunately, admissions went well. Actually, it was a very prolonged duration of admission. As admissions were going on, teaching was going on, everything was going on. There was tremendous pressure on the whole system. In the meantime, in 2020 summer, when everything was hopeless, we also tied up with Coursera. We allowed all the students to have access to all the courses of Coursera. But Coursera had a free scheme due to which we could do this. That helped. We organized online classes in the campus from August 2020. We asked faculty members to come here and do the courses from here rather than doing it from home, which was being done earlier. The students, in the beginning when we started online classes, it was hopeless. March, April, the students were not attending. In August, by the time we started, we found that there was high attendance, 95% attendance was there online also. As we've seen that COVID went through cycles, we tried to start classes in between, but every time you start, suddenly next wave of COVID comes. Now only it's last 2, 3, 4 weeks that we have started doing this. We are running in hybrid mode. I'll show you some of the things we have tried to do this. And we are fortunate today that we have students on the campus. Some of them are present here. But also the fact that we are able to do this event after 2 years, that itself is a great relief to all of us. We had the building ready, but no students. So today we are happy that we are able to do this physically. In all this period, DYPIU has become trend setter for the country. I personally had never expected, I don't think anybody else expected. So I'm going to share some of the story with you. Some of you, the colleagues, are already aware of this. We have people physically here and people watching it online. I wanted to share some of the story because some of you might not be aware. In 2019, I was just telling the chief guest about we took a risk and management agreed to take that risk by creating a completely innovative curriculum of computer science and engineering, which we launched in 2019. The multi-track system. I did not know how the regulatory bodies will respond to this, how the students and parents will respond to this, but we wanted to do what needs to be done. We didn't want to just follow something for the sake of doing it. So we created a program starting from scratch. I remember personally sharing this on my LinkedIn, Facebook. On LinkedIn, there are 50,000 plus views from all across the world. Hundreds of comments, people are excited for this kind of program. I talked to AICT, I said that I'm not seeking your approval because your system is different, my system is different. But I'm not going to hide and do it. I'm going to share with you what I'm going to do. If you like something, you can use it. We took the bold decision. Fortunately, AICT liked it very much. They formally sent us an appreciation letter. And they had All India Board meeting on 21st February 2019. This is the letter we received. Not only that, they actually formed a committee to revamp undergraduate technology education, to bring new emerging technology areas into the country curriculum, also to revise the computer science engineering curriculum. I was requested to be a member of that. And I'm happy to tell you in 2020, I'm showing here on the right side what you're seeing, 6 programs. In the red border, it started, influenced by what we have done. On the left side, you can see what we have done. And there's one more program which was done by committees. In fact, all across the country, this led to change, including our own campus we started. Like artificial and data science courses we started. When I had come here in 2018, only thing I could hear was Pune University, SPPU. Because all our colleges are affiliated to that. Most of the faculty members had some link to Pune University. It was difficult to hear anything beyond Pune University. Today, I'm happy to tell you that Pune University also follows in 2021 what we have done. So it's not only within our campus, but across the country, including Pune, our work has influenced. I was just discussing with Dr. Ansari, actually, I was responsible for preparing this document, Technology Vision 2035. And there we had mentioned about how biology and engineering needs to merge together. And we have seen this COVID era, and thanks to not only Indian industry, but also to government labs and government institutions for taking this challenge. And The scale at which government systems responded in the early stage of testing was all done in government research labs. We had only one research lab, NIV here in Pune, who was doing the early testing. It spread all across the country, and we could test 20, 30 lakh samples per day. Vaccination drive has seen tremendous thing. And all of that has probably helped us in controlling this. So biology and engineering combination is very important. So in 2020, we launched 2 new programs. One is BTech Bioengineering. We had a BSc Biotechnology program, 3 years program. We closed that. We started BTech Bioengineering program with 4 tracks of specialization: biochemical engineering, biomedical engineering, cell and tissue engineering, and food biotechnology. Similarly, we started MBA Digital Business program. We did not talk about MBA HR, MBA, typical ones. We said that what is needed today is digital business, because DYPIU is focused on digital future from day one. I'm not telling it today, not after COVID. Very first event that we had on 25th of April 2018. If you hear my talk, it's there. You will hear about digital future from day one. That is what we are focused on. So we started MBA Digital Business with 3 specializations: FinTech, Marketing Licensing, and Supply Chain Management. FinTech, most people did not understand these, but today this has become the most demanding area. But FinTech is not part of our MBA only, it's also part of our computer science engineering program. So we synergize our computer science engineering program with management. This was all thought process. In fact, just 2-3 days, Dr. Madhvi Deshpande, who handles the School of Commerce and Management, he was saying that when he was looking at DYPIU as an option to move, he looked at our program in management, he saw there was only BBA. So he wasn't particularly pleased with that. Then he happened to look at computer science engineering program, where we had an integrated MBA along with FinTech specialization in computer science and MBA in FinTech, because we wanted technology and management to come together. Rather than doing mechanical engineering and then do MBA HR, we said you do computer science, FinTech, and do MBA FinTech as well. Similarly, we do. So she saw that and she saw there is a hope here, and she joined. So I'd like to thank her for looking beyond the management curriculum and deciding to join. She is an important part of our system. We also, in the Technology Vision 2035, talked about how cyberspace is going to be very, very important. The conflicts, future conflict going to happen in cyberspace. In 2021, we started 2 programs. One was MSc Medical Biotechnology, and other was MCA. One of them focusing the two tracks: artificial and data science and cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is there in our computer science engineering program. It is there in our MCA program, because we realize this is how things are going to be. We also had built in certain flexibility in our program. For example, bioengineering, when we started, we realized that large number of students do not do mathematics. As per the formal requirement, mathematics was required for any engineering program. So if you call it bioengineering, BTech program in bioengineering, you have to have mathematics background. But large number of students who want to prepare for medical, they do not do mathematics. We made a system that will make it flexible and actually do a bridging course in mathematics if they have not had enough preparation. I'm happy to tell you that AICT next year picked up that also, and they also made it flexible. This year we're planning, looking at starting few programs. We have not finalized this. Tata Motors came forward and requested us to start a BTech in electric vehicles. We are looking at starting it as a part of electrical engineering as stream, electric vehicle stream or track, and maybe energy engineering. We have not yet finalized this, but discussions are going on. This will be especially targeted to Tata Motors employees. So their employees will be taking this course. It will be a dedicated course for their team. And this will be going on for a long time. And we expect that this is going to be a win-win situation for most of industry, because today we are in technology transition phase. Nobody knows better than me. I was heading India's technology think tank. Every industry will be wiped out if they do not transition. That's where academia's role comes in, to prepare industry for technology transition. Dr. Pansare has come with a proposal here to bring academia close to industry. I am saying reverse challenge. We need to change the industry, and that's where the academia comes in. And so this is the opportunity. And fortunately, what is interesting is that it fits in very well. Industry wants their employees to be trained at off times, so in the evenings and the weekends. We can use the same resources and use that in multiple. It will benefit the industry, it will benefit the academia. We're also looking at maybe starting Bachelor of Fine Arts and so on. This is not yet finalized. We have a school-based structure in the university, but the 2 at the bottom that I like to show, We have created a School of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research, which is focused on PhD program. All PhD are under that. There is no PhD specific to particular school. It's all interdisciplinary. The School of Skills Development, we have tremendous focus on skill development. Due to COVID, it was sidetracked a little bit, but now we're starting to look into this, especially digital skilling part. In the school-based systems, we have tried to make it flexible, trying to remove the barriers. Teachers can teach across the school system. They are not part of a particular program, and PhD under a single room. We also try to make sure that faculty members do not sit together of a particular discipline. Their cabins are separate. It's not that management faculty members are sitting together, they go for lunch together, they go for tea together, they don't interact with others. We have mixed them to make sure that the flexibility across the disciplines is much, much better. While we're coming out of COVID first wave, we were in a hopeless situation. Suddenly, out of nowhere, we started to get requests from international investors and innovators to participate in projects of global impact. Those projects which are unimaginable for a startup university to take up. I'll share a few of these here. The first one, Project Sunland. I'm going to describe this in more detail. The Project Susursa, solving tied to chronic health problem. Project Kisan Bandhu, which is to solve problems of farmers using space technology. Project Mastis, which I'm handling. Actually, this request came from, not from abroad, but from Indian Federation of Neuro Rehabilitation, which has 40 medical college members. They want us to start this. We started initial work in this. Project Prithvi, to actually combat global warming by setting an umbrella in the sky, effectively just like we walk in the sun with umbrella over our head to protect ourselves. We want to protect the earth with umbrella in the sky. This is a proposal from Georgia Tech scientists who want us to participate. During the COVID second wave, we also started work on oxygen-related thing. We have oxygen generator system set up, which was inaugurated by Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawarji, and that can fill 10 oxygen cylinders in parallel. Fortunately, third wave did not see the requirement for that, but we have the system ready. We also developed our own systems as well. Just to come to the couple of projects here of tremendous global importance, not only global importance, it's the kind of projects which can change economy of a country. They are not small projects, these are not lab projects, these are of tremendous value to the country and the whole world. So nuclear fusion project, I'm from that field, I'm first PhD in this from this country. We have called it Project Sunland. Sunland actually, now, the nuclear fusion word in Hindi means Nabke Sunland. Sunland is Sanskrit word, which means fusion. And so that's what we have called this. This is the first private initiative of this kind in India. And except one national lab in Gandhinagar where I was project leader, nowhere else any work is going on. No IIT, nobody else is doing. We are the first university or first outside one national lab which is involved in this, and the first private initiative of this kind, of this scale, this magnitude, this impact. What we are trying to do is to develop, of course, energy is the main goal, long-term goal, but we are looking at neutron source coming out of this, neutrons coming out of that. We are developing a compact volume neutron source that can be used to produce medical isotope, to convert thorium into uranium. India has huge reserve of thorium. Actually, India has largest reserve of thorium for 6 decades. Not 1 year, for 6 decades, India has been trying to do this task, not yet successful. We're looking at a different way of doing it, and hope if we're successful. One of our collaborators from Texas told us that it will be like Saudi Arabia discovering oil. That's the kind of wealth. That's why I'm saying that these projects are not for one university, one institute. These are projects which can change the country's economy. Because Saudi Arabia, when they discovered oil, they changed the country's economy. Similarly, the third one is nuclear waste processing. The nuclear waste that comes out of nuclear power stations, nobody knows how to handle that. That also can be handled using this. I'm not going to technical details. I'll just show you the medical isotope part. So in this, actually, we are focusing on a particular medical isotope called technetium. 85% of the world's medical isotope uses with this. There's a heavy shortage worldwide. Even US doesn't produce. There are 7 reactors being used today. 6 of them are going to close in next 8 to 10 years. There'll be only 1 reactor in Australia that's going to function after that. We're trying to target that. So there's a supply chain. I'm not going to go into details, starting from raw material to irradiation of that in reactors and so on to final customer end. We're only changing one part of that. That one part is where you see the second step, where the irradiation that is being done in nuclear fission reactor, we're going to change to nuclear fusion reactors. That's the change we're going to do. And this will be the first time in the world anything like this is going to be done if you're successful. Of course, this is not something easy. This is not something that you expect that it will be done in 1 or 2 days. It will take years to do it. If you're doing it, it will be of tremendous value to the whole humanity as well as country and the world. The team members, Dr. Akash Singh is the investor in this. I'm the chief mentor for this project. There's 6 people right now working, 6 scientists and engineers working in the university. We've given them a space to work on this. Of course, the actual experimental thing will be done outside. We have $1 million has been invested by the investor as the initial investment. We're trying to raise $10 to $15 million in next few months' time to get the head start of setting up. This project itself will become much larger than this whole campus activity. It will go into thousands and thousands of crores. We have just now recently calculated the impact of this in terms of finances. Our initial calculation, which may be wrong completely, says that it will cost about $3 billion to set up the first reactor. But in the first year itself, we'll generate $5 billion. That means the very first year, we'll recover the cost and have $2 billion profit, and then it will like hundreds of billion dollars in 10, 15 years we can profit from this. That's the kind of magnitude we are talking of here. Chronic health project, this is to solve most of the chronic health problems. We have set up a microbiome lab, which is 90% equipment has come. Maybe in 1 or 2 months' time, it will start to function. I was in US recently in December. There's another discussion we had with a gentleman, Professor Perry, who has done PhD from Stanford, my PhD from Berkeley. We are neighbors. Of course, I did not know him at that time. Right now, he's at San Jose State University. We had connected on online discussions sometimes. This time we met physically, and he has requested us that he started a company called Mind Travel Technologies, by which they're developing a camera that can change the world. It's part of the metaverse with very high frame rate, high resolution camera, which will make you feel as if you're actually present. So today people are watching from a distance. They may not think that they are present in the room, but this camera will make it as if they're actually present in the room. And he wants us to participate in this project. And right now we're discussing this. There are other projects going on, for example, related to security of the country. We have a project where we're providing 30 lakh worth of consultancy to Government of India. And there are other projects happening, augmented reality, virtual reality, holography, and so on. Just now, we were in Bangalore. I was there, and Sri Tejas ji was there. We looked at equipment where we are trying to create digital replica of our founder, Dada, Dr. DY Patil, and we'll hope that he actually, 25th April, when we started university press conference, we met Dada. I requested him that we like to digitally replicate you. And he agreed, he gave us the permission to go ahead. This may be the first of its kind. Although some work has been done. In fact, we were seeing a demo of MF Hussain being tried out, and in Chicago also something has been done. But there's another version of this nobody in the world has done. But we'll do something which has been done first, and then go into another version. While that equipment, we were initially expecting 8 to 10 crores, but the now cost has come down. But I believe after seeing the demo that we can do it in much cheaper. Actually, I believe that in 3 lakhs rupees we can do it. We are working on that also. And actually this itself, we are planning to, I'll talk about this, we're planning to set up company of university. We believe that can bring hundreds of crores to the university. So university will not be dependent on admissions at all. It will be dependent on the R&D that is coming out of this university. That is the goal we have. Number of research papers, including journals as Nature and so on, have been going on. We, of course, at early stage, a lot of problems with the COVID and everything. But the students have been doing wonderful as well. And placement team has been all working around the clock throughout all of this. So they've been doing wonderful as well. There are a large number of projects that faculty members involved. I'm not going to read out. Just goes to change the slides from cutting across science, technology, engineering to social sciences. As a university, as a multidisciplinary university, our focus is across all of these, including quantum electronics, quantum machine learning. New faculties are regularly being recruited. High quality faculty members, that is a requirement. We have Dr. Professor Sabi sitting here. He was our first foreign professor who joined us. If he stands up, he's very tall, so everyone gets threatened by him. Very tall. I don't like to get photographed with him because I look like a dwarf. He tells that his wife is also very scared of him because he can only pick up and throw like this, like a basketball. So he's been very supportive of us. We have been participating in various events across the country, across the globe. And thanks to online things that have been happening. For example, this talk I've given to 10,000 school teachers through NCRT, which was streamed live on 2 days, to make sure that all the students and the teachers understand what is nuclear fusion. Similarly, for example, this talk, Prime Minister has actually made an announcement to create a vision 2047 for the country, which is called Amrit Kal. Since I was responsible for preparing Vision 2035 for the country, I get requests from ministries. For example, this is the Ministry of Rural Development of Government of India. Starting from Secretary Government of India to everybody else was present there. I had a 3-hour session to talk about what we have done and what they should be doing. The fundamental change we are trying to bring is to focus on quality of life of citizen. That's what they've accepted that, and hopefully, so what we have done and through these interactions is actually changing the country as a whole. Our faculty members and the students are also participating in various events. I'm not going to read out the details, and just flash them as I go along. Keep sharing these on social media from time to time. As I said that our corporate relations placement cell is doing wonderful as well. In the very first batch of our students, we got 15 lakhs highest package. And this has been a continuous struggle throughout the COVID period where we have had to reorient ourselves to make sure the students can appear for the things, prepare them and so on. It's been a very tough task. I congratulate to them. Also, internship itself, we have seen 30,000 rupees per month being offered, especially to user experience design students. And they are being offered very good jobs. Large number of companies have visited. Visited here means, of course, may not be physically, it could be online also. I'm just going to flash name of large numbers of these with whom we have had interactions. And these were mainly for internship, but for recruitment also large number of companies coming, and I'm expecting that it's going to go and grow and grow. Our management has a very clear mandate to us to involve industry personnel. The reason he wanted chief guest to be from industry, he insisted that we must have chief guest industry, so I'm happy that you accepted to come. And this is going to grow more and more, our industry relationship, and it's going to be a both-way process. We learn from industry, and industry will learn from us. It's not going to be a one-way process. Number of students are doing quite well as well in the internships and so on. But not only in academics and so on, but also one of our students, he won Dhyan Chand National Sports Award. One of the students, he was participating in a yoga event. So, in spite of nothing being done physically in the campus, on their own they have grown, and we now are going to support most of them by facilities that we can provide. One of our goals of setting up this university was to have more job creators rather than job seekers. Of course, we are swamped by COVID, but I'm happy to tell you that in spite of all this, 11 students who graduated have started their own businesses or startups. In fact, I should also tell you that on 27th March, we have our first convocation of the university, and we hope to honor some of them. So these students have just graduated, we are going to give them a degree, but they already started a company. In fact, 2 of them, I will show you their registration in their own name. Some of them have joined their family business, some of them in their own name they have registered. There's a girl and there's a boy, both of them have registered their own companies in this. So this is what we want to support, and we are happy about this. To do all of this, actually, we plan to set up a company of the university with probably 1 crore investment from the company, from the university. And we plan to take up projects, very high risk projects, like what happens in Silicon Valley. Not typical e-commerce service based, high risk, high gain. And we want this to be a successful model. Again, DYPIU to lead in the country, which happens in Silicon Valley, to make sure that we're not looking for short-term returns. Look for long-term, and make sure that we do something that is first in the world, and not that everybody else has done, then we start working on this. So that is the kind of thing we are trying to set up. Of course, we'll support others also, but our focus is going to be on that. There's no surprise that because of all of these, for the last 1-2 years, we have been receiving many, many awards at national, international level. Sometimes we don't even connect to them, they themselves connect to us. For example, this is a New Code of Education Award This was given to us in March 2021. We could fortunately have this event physically in Delhi. I'm happy to tell you that probably this year also we'll get an award in the same function. I do not know which one, but they were requested to come there. Which award they will give, I don't know. Like last time also, I was not sure which award they will give. But we were placed in the first position among the private university. Second position was a VIT Vellore, which is a leading private university in the country, and MIT WPU third position. The judges were also very credible judges, including Chairman AICT, who himself has agreed to come to the campus on Convocation Day on 27th March as a chief guest. Another award for most emerging higher education, this was online. Again, Professor Hasudeh was a part of this. India Today ranked us in top emerging university all by itself. We had not provided any data, they did not connect to us. Suddenly we see this being published. I saw somebody posting on LinkedIn, that's why I noticed. Similarly, Outlook surveys put us in the top emerging university of the country. This is an international award by Oxford Academic Union, the event held in Oxford. We joined online. In fact, I was in US at that time. I had to join at 3 o'clock in the morning. And they put us in top 100 achievers. They also requested to give me a talk about the university. This is from Texas also. Again, none of these we approached. They have approached us and given us awards. We have not paid any money to any one of them. Okay, so normally they expect that you give them money and they'll do something. We have not paid money to any one of these. Most promising university in product in research and development. This was in September 2021, Delhi. We also become part of Association of Indian University. We are a member. In terms of infrastructure, while we started construction in 2019, right in the early stage, we were hit by COVID. And of course, it affected the construction and so on. But out of all of this, we have now a tremendous international quality infrastructure. If guests had a chance to look through that, everybody who comes who feels happy, feels energized. So I'm sure if some of you have not had a chance to visit the university, you can do that. We have roughly 1.1 lakh square feet of space right now on the top of the existing engineering college, DYPIU IEMR. But we plan to add up to 6 more floors, add up to 3 lakh square feet there. All the classrooms are air conditioned with the good acoustic quality, with extremely good quality audio video systems. In fact, they have become role model for the whole country, including Maharashtra government, to AICT, requesting us to set up similar kind of thing in their places. This is not simply when buying products from the market, but also doing R&D with the companies for example, a Pune company. With that, we develop a special quality paint, ambient light rejecting paint. The individual faculty cabins, the meeting rooms of different size. We know the rooms as part of Chintan Plaza where informal sitting is there. We have a studio almost now getting ready. We have been waiting for 1 year. We have called it Studio Spandan. That will have recording and broadcasting facilities, will be important for training of our students, but also for many other activities. For example, this is the Chintan room. You can see bean bags and puffies and so on. No formal furniture here. We have a special server room with high quality GPUs running 24 hours. The cooling is 24 hours. Data server is being planned. We have more than 550 computers with large monitors. Power backup is there from UPS as well as diesel generator. The labs of different kinds, starting from Fab Lab to media labs to large number of computers labs, bioengineering lab, personal R&D lab, brain computer interface lab. We have about 10 computer-related labs. There are 3 bioengineering-related labs. The Fab Lab that we set up has led to change countrywide again. Fab Labs for digital fabrication, we started in a small way in the university. And actually, AICT picked up on this also. They formed a committee. They call it Idea Lab scheme. They requested to me chair this committee. Due to this, I'm happy to tell you that this was done sometime in December 2020. All across the country, this is spreading. And thousands of colleges spreading, actually. I was there in Delhi just a few days ago to do the second round of selection of colleges. We also did faculty development program in the campus where all the faculty members across the colleges in the campus participated. We did an internal training of the faculty members. All of them participated. And due to this, it was very successful. Now we have handled 3 faculty development programs. We had member secretary AICT come in this event. You'll see 3D, this is the classroom teaching being done, the 3D printing training being done, laser engraving cutting training being done, CNC wood router training being done, electronic system design training has been done. This actually we have done advanced training of these two more in electronic system design, sublimation printing, and many more. We are a new age university. We are focused on futures from day one. Robotics is going to be an important part of our life. So a lot of focus on robotics. You will see these are commercially purchased robo-cats, robo-chimpanzee, robo-dogs. Some of them you can interact. They will, like the robo-cats on the top, they look so real. You go and touch them, they respond to you as if they are real cats. Sometimes people don't realize they are not real cats. In fact, they are being used as pet companion to people in old age and so on. But our focus is not only a technology, but also social angle. So we have created a group of students who are working on this to make prosthetic limbs, to give it to people who require this, give it free of cost by 3D printing this. We've become part of an international group to do this. The students are working on this. Students are working on a number of projects which university is paying all the money for all of this. For example, this is a 6 feet plus humanoid robot. And this is, all you can see the thing is, the physical structure is ready. Now the electronics part, the motor part is being implemented into this. There are many such projects, including Mars Rover project, others. Today, due to all the fabrication lab facility, we are able to do this. In terms of resource center or the library as we call it normally, we are focused more on e-resources. Lakhs of e-books resources are being part of this, including Kindle systems, and so on. All of these are being part of that. So you have access to crores of resources without having them here. So it's not going to be possible. We have augmented virtual reality headsets. We also implemented concept of borrow 3D printer that I'll explain to you. There are many other things that are work in progress right now. We have also subscribed to a portal through which we have access to 7,000 magazines and newspapers from within India and across the world digitally to all the students and the faculty members. This borrow 3D printer is part of our thought process to take the experiential learning into homes. We talk about experiential learning. Our DYPIU goal is to actually take this to home. So we are allowing the students to borrow 3D printers and take it home. This was not a new thought process. It was part of our earlier thought process of lab in the back concept, which is implemented in 2019. It worked very nicely in the COVID period where the students could borrow these, actually carry out all the experiments in the home. Those who could borrow, it was not possible for everybody to borrow, and carry out projects which involve electronic systems, hardware, embedded system, and so on, for which they have to come to lab. They don't require to come to lab. And actually, they can buy on their own. This doesn't cost too much, 23,000 rupees. Actually, we use it in our labs. We don't use formal oscilloscope. All of this is inbuilt into this. You connect to a computer, and your whole lab is in your bag. So just like we carry a mobile phone or a laptop or a smart tab, this can be carried in the bag. This is, again, a game-changing thing. We are trying to implement this also across the country through the Idea Lab scheme. This is, you can see our faculty member, Mr. Amit Om, actually training people in augmented reality, virtual reality devices. I'm training people in HoloLens, Microsoft HoloLens 2, which has not been even released in India right now. To try to make sure that our online and hybrid mode teaching learning continues in effective manner, we have procured large number of different teaching aids, as well as large number of different kinds of camera, including artificial intelligent cameras like you will see on the right side. One of them covers 360 camera. It focuses on the person who is asking a question or speaking, like a faculty member or a student, including a faculty tracking camera. So as the faculty moves, the camera tracks the faculty members to make sure that the students who are in the room also enjoy the learning process, as well as those who are away online. We also have large number of other equipments, like you can see drone cameras, 360 cameras, and so on. Just now, we organized a session where the students formed this DYPIU logo, and drone camera was used to capture this. This happened on 11th March. We have a large number of softwares, including MATLAB campus-wide license, so all students can access this. Adobe Creative Cloud, so all 150 numbers license we have, so students are given access to all of these. Many others. We have been using learning management system, open source software Moodle. We have tried 1,000 simultaneous examinations taking place, and we can probably go to more also. We have not tried it. In terms of faculty quality, 2/3 of faculty members are PhDs. We also provided a consultancy policy where up to 5 lakh rupees per annum consultancy is free. The university doesn't charge. As you go to higher and higher slabs, there is some amount of charge the university does. We are creating academic funds for faculty members out of this, and there's also a scheme of course buyout. A faculty member who is bringing a lot of money to university can say that I will not teach a course, one course or two courses, so they can actually pay money instead of that. So this means that we promote researchers who are doing excellent research. They don't need to spend time on teaching. This is a US system that we are implementing here. None of this is going to be happening unless the people involved in this are working together. The team is very, very important, and that's why we're focusing on team spirit, and that's obvious in all our activities. There are no hierarchies in the university. Anybody can come and meet the Vice-Chancellor or others. It's not that you have to go through a set of hierarchies from this to that and so on, nothing like that. We keep it open, make it simple, and anybody can come and meet me personally or anybody else. There's no such barriers. Sometimes people are scared. I know some people say that, how do I meet Vice-Chancellor? I said, just come and meet. Sometimes they just send me a message or sometimes just walk into my room. There's nobody waiting outside my room. So team spirit is very, very important. But also it's very important to make sure that people working at the lowest level, they are cared for, they are looked after. So we have made sure that we buy equipments and so on to support their activity, to make their life simple. So for that we have procured a lot of equipments to make sure that their work is less drudgery, as well as same time their work is more professional. So we have procured various equipments for that. So I will stop at this point, and I'll thank you so much for listening to me patiently. I stop here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Vice-Chancellor Dr. Prabhat Ranjan, sir. We always find very blessed to be a part of this journey, and assure you from all of our DYPIU team that we will strive very hard to accomplish the progressive goal